Hey, what's going on, guys? Kulprit here. Sorry, casual Wednesdays. First day I have with my boys not here. You hear that? Nothing. Maybe my dogs. They're in daycare. Between the blizzard, being sick, I haven't had a day to myself in probably over 2 weeks. Have had a really hard time making videos. They are running me ragged, so even like after they go to bed at night, I'm just dead. But today I'm going to pound out some videos, and this is one I've been wanting to talk about. I'm a little tardy to the party. Oh, God, did I just say that? But I think this is so cool. Now, full disclosure, I have not played this game. I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm intrigued by it. It's Special Forces Team X. It's made by Zombie Studios, the same guys that made Blacklight Retribution, which I like, and I like their innovation. I think they're a really smart company, and they should be monitored, whether they make millions and billions or not. You keep an eye on them, because they're smart guys, and they think outside the box. And they're not in this game, but they're working free to play with Blacklight. This one is $15 on Steam. I haven't bought it yet. I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm interested, but I have a lot of other games I want to buy, and so I'm on the fence. If any of you guys want to gift it to me, I'm not too proud for that, and we'll set up a game time. I'll play with you. If you guys want to, send it to Steam, Kulprit008. Just put your name in there. Obviously, I think it automatically does that. I haven't gotten too many gifts. If you do that, I promise you, we'll set up a game session. We'll play together. And maybe even get your opinion on a video kind of thing. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'm just kind of thinking about that right now. But yeah, I want to check out the game. It's third person, which is not something I'm usually into, but the game just looks cool. And because I respect the guys at Zombie so much, I'm intrigued by it. But there's one feature that I'm terrified is going to fly under the radar, because I think it's so cool. I think it's just so incredibly cool, and you see it here right now. First, I want to say thank you to Tony 2.0. He doesn't know it. I'm using his footage here. I hope he doesn't mind. He does a little video. Basically, like I said, this is a relatively small game. It is kind of under the radar. So I looked for trailers that I could use. I looked for in YouTube, and he came up about the dynamic map system. He does a good little video. He has first-hand knowledge. He's actually played it. If you want a little more information when my video is over, go over there. I'm going to put an annotation, and I'm going to put a link in the description. Check it out. Give him a like. Tell him Kulprit sent you. I like helping out smaller guys. He's got a little channel. See if we can help him out, guys. But basically, I just wanted to show you, because I felt like you need to see visually how this works. And this is basically how it works. Let me just, 1 second, quick. Turn off some audio. So here, I'm just going to hit play now, and we're going to kind of talk about it as we go through it. So you see, the way the maps are done here, you vote on the map in between the match. There's 3 tiles, and they cycle through. And you pick the ones you like. You pick the second one you like. You pick the third one you like. You vote on it, and then the other guys in the lobby vote. And it's just 3 different tiles, and then you create your own custom map. And I think he says there's 9 maps, or 9, they call them tiles, I believe. So 9 times 8 times 7, actually you can do them the same. So 9 times 9 times 9 is, is that right? I mean, you get tons of different combos. I don't know exactly how it works. So there's a lot of different combinations. And I mean, this is just so cool to me. I think this is just such a simple thing. Sure, you might have to design maps a little bit different than guys are used to, but they've done it, and they can clearly do it, and I've heard good things about it. I just think this would change the game. I really do. I don't know if it would work so much for Battlefield. I mean, you see here that you're flipping through, you're finding out, you're picking your favorite, your areas. So you would learn each module, and you would get to know the spots, so to speak. And I'm just going to put some Battlefield 3 footage in the background now as I talk about this. Yeah, I mean, you pick, your modules, you know the flow of those modules, but you don't know how they operate when you put them all together. You'll know the spots, you'll know the power positions, things like that. You won't know the flow. And eventually you will, because, I mean, there's going to be derp that are going to go, we're going to do the shipping containers at canals with the shipping containers at canals with the shipping containers at canals. I mean, it's going to happen, unless they make it, so you can't do that. I don't know how well this would work with Battlefield. I'm going to first talk, though, Call of Duty, and I guess Infinity Ward is up next. They better be on this. This is screaming for COD. This would be incredible. I mean, think about COD maps are the perfect size for this. They have the same elements. You just design them a little different, and you don't have to do 3 tiles. You could do 4, a grid. So, I mean, I think this would be so cool. It would add such longevity to the game. And then think down the road, DLCs. I mean, you could just add some tiles, some modules, and you completely refresh the game, because what is the thing that people most hunger for with games these days? It's maps. You gotta pump them out. I just think it would be incredible. I really think it would. I really hope we're going to see a wave of new games doing this. I think COD should be all over this. This should be in the next COD, otherwise you've failed. But let me talk about Battlefield 3, because that's what most of us play here. with an eye towards it. And I say, you know, I hesitate because we all know that sometimes balancing issues are below the surface. You don't really see them until you start playing. So listen, I understand. I'm talking clearly on the surface, theoretical here. At first I was hesitant. I was like, I don't know if that would work. Would that work really with Battlefield 3? Would that work with Rush? And then, you know, I thought about it, and it dawned on me. I was in the shower, if you guys want to have a mental picture of that. And I realized we already have this, in essence. I mean, we do. Look at Metro Rush. What do? You start out on a park section. Wide open, park, little bit of cover here and there, no buildings, nothing. And then what do? You transition through a tunnel into a train station, underground, very constricted, you know, choke pointy, boom. Then you go up a staircase, and you're outside in an urban section with buildings and stairs and rooms and windows. 3 very diverse tiles, modules, whatever you want to call it. Just imagine that sliced into three tiles. And that just randomly came up. You pulled the slot machine. Boom. Oh, you're going to play in an open park with monuments and trees. Number 2. All right, now we're going to transition you through a tunnel down into a metro station with choke points, lots of corridors, things like that. And then on the third one, urban combat, buildings, windows, staircases, change of elevation. It's there. They already designed them in the same idea. Why couldn't they do it more? I mean, it's an absolute possibility. Donovan Rush, same exact thing. You're coming down the hill. You're fighting against defensive positions. Boom. Then we transition you through a cliff jump down to a warehouse district with some dump trucks and buildings and things like that. And then boom, we transfer you into a under construction traffic tunnel. It's already segmented. Now, let's just, for a theoretical exercise, mash them together. What are you going to get? Now you're coming down the hill on Donovan, fighting the defensive positions. Once you defeat that, now you're into the park section of Metro, wide open, and then at the end, boom, you're fighting in the warehouse section of Donovan again, or the, you know, the last stage of Metro, or, you know, whatever you want to do. I mean, the possibilities are there. It would be so cool. And then you can mix in just total different things. Now, you know, it wouldn't replace the storytelling aspect of maps. We would still need standard maps. But if you just design them in a way that maybe it's a whole new game mode. You know, like you pick your map, that's full game mode. But I mean, you could clearly take Metro and slice it into 3 sections. You could take Donovan, slice it, 3 sections. I'm just trying to think of some of the other. Aftermath wouldn't work so well. I guess you could, like, Tala Market, because it's more square, I guess. But, you know, that wouldn't work so well. Karkan, you could. Rush seems to work because it's more linear. But, I mean, if you took other maps, even a Bazaar or a Sen, and cut them into cubes, you know, you cross sections and things like that, it could be done. And it would be really cool, and I think it would increase the longevity of the game tremendously. Again, I'd love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. Imagine TDM, just something simple like that, where you're not going to wreck the storytelling aspect of, you know, a progression like we have in Rush. Let's just do it in TDM. You do a big square box. You do four tiles, as they call it, and let us pick. Let us pick. So now, you know, we don't have to have the big dopey Marquez monolith with the thing in the middle, so snipers just sit up there all day. But I like these other sections of that map, but I hate that part. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Vote it out. All right, so now that map, that's not there. I can take the sections I like from those maps, mix them with other maps. I mean, like I said, you're going to have the idiots that are going to have containers at canals with containers at Carg with, you know, the choke point at Metro. And it's going to be a meat grinder. We can't get away from that. That's players being stupid. You can't patch that. But I just think this is such a cool concept. It's such a simple thing. Kudos to Zombie. It gets me excited about games. It gets me excited to look forward that a littler, I shouldn't say little, they're not little anymore. They're smaller dev company. This is their role. They need to innovate, and they need to push the envelope, and they need to come up with good concepts that the big mega companies, i.e., you know, Activision, EA, DICE, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, all these guys can then steal, basically, because that's what every industry does, and incorporate it in their games. I think if this is in Call of Duty next time, I would be all over it. And I'd love to see some iteration of this in Battlefield, or perhaps, as we've been talking about, the new sister game, maybe they'll adopt something like this. I think it would be awesome, and I like watching things like this. So, like I said, I'm on the fence. I may, if this video is well received, it will encourage me to go out and get the game, and maybe we'll play and we'll talk about it some more, and I'll show you actually how it happens. But again, yeah, if anybody's playing it and you're loving it and you want to send it my way, I'm not going to refuse that. I'd love to get my hands on it. I just have other priorities right now as far as games go. But otherwise, guys, let me know what you think. Did you guys know about this game or not? This game kind of released quietly. I mean, I'd heard a little bit about it leading up, and then all of a sudden I realized, oh, it's out. So, yeah, if you're looking for a game to play, check it out. There's a lot of videos out there. Like I said, it's a third-person shooter, but it looks pretty cool. It looks fun. It looks just not as heavy as a lot of other games. So give it a look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and tell me, what do you think about a system like this? Do you think it would work in Call of Duty? Think it would work in Battlefield 3? Or any other games for that matter? I'd be really excited to check it out, and I hope this is the direction that design and innovation goes to. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and again, thank you to Tony 2.0. I hope he's cool with it. Otherwise, I'll have to take the video down and re-edit it. But hopefully we can help him out so he's happy and we're all good. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.